Alright, it has been a long time since I made an ESO video, and I'm just going to give my thoughts about High Isle and also where the game is now. I had stopped playing around February something, and I was just pretty much out of interest in the game. But um, I came back around the beginning of June, like I think right around the time, yeah, whatever, just recently. Let me just say recently. And what I think is fascinating is that the way that I played the game, which was off meta and mostly with hybrids, is pretty much almost the meta now. Almost. Not quite, because I still play with stat based sets and I don't use proc cheese. Although I kind of wonder if I should just give in and just do it. But for now, I am not doing it. I am still trying to just play with stat based sets. And I will say that at least the way that I play the game, with hybrid style, has been more effective. The unfortunate thing is that it is uh, the game is just so with proc sets and Oaken Soul. The game is just so crazy right now that it's pretty much hard to compete. And I I'll say that I never really I was never really one of the best players. I, that's, if you saw me on Xbox, you don't really have to. Uh, that's not news to you. But anyway, it was. Sorry, I'm trying to do some things in the game right now. But I think a lot of that was just simply due to the fact that I just didn't play with the meta, and I wondered if I did try the meta, would I actually be able to go like 20-0 and 20, something like that? Because occasionally I can get games where I go double digit kills, single digit deaths, right? But yeah, double digit kills, single digit deaths, double digit assists. Occasionally I get those games, even with stat based sets, no proc sets, no proc cheese, just pure skill. And it's not all the time, but occasionally I get those games. And so I do wonder if I had just joined the meta, how I could perform. But for now, I'm just going to stick to the way that I play. And for better or for worse, I guess. Because I do love making characters that are just characters, RP characters mostly. I like my sword character. I had switched to the bow about sometime last year. Um, she used to do two-hand style, but the bow feels more um, like this character. It's sort of she is a almost. I'm trying to think of a good example of what this character is like. She's she doesn't have a lot of physical strength, so the two hand just didn't quite fit. Yeah, she was more fast and more sly and crafty, so the bow was more her style. And so I was using the hybrid style with the bow. Um, I believe it was last year, and that's pretty much meta now. It's weird, but it's meta with what's that set from Moon Keep? Savage Werewolf. I don't use that, of course, as proc cheese, but that's meta. With my DK, it is a rig guard hybrid DK. Um, hybrid became kind of meta with DK as well, but still, I guess you can find enough pure stam and pure Magica DKs out there, especially with Oaken Soul. But um, so far, rig guards are not meta yet, so that's one thing that I still have that's sort of unique to this character, this DK that I play. She is a sort of, I guess you could call her a sword dancer. That's the style that I play with her. She's quick, she's agile, and I like her fighting style to be sort of like a dance. Now, um, I have a warden hybrid that I'm not really finding my groove with. That's still on the shelf. I've tried it. I've taken it to battlegrounds, but it's just something's missing from that character. So moving on. Also made a uh, an orc. You're gonna you're gonna think I'm crazy for this, but an orc healer, an orc DK healer. But I haven't finished leveling that character up yet. I'll do it eventually, and um, have a couple other characters. A Templar who's mostly a bash player. I call it a bash player. A Breton uses sword and board and does a lot of bash attacks. Yeah, that's very off meta, but it's fun for me, because I envision her as kind of like a paladin type of fighter. So um, puncher and sweep just doesn't feel like her. And I guess, but the character that I guess was probably my second main character. I mean, after my high elf, my original high elf is the sister of the original high elf, and she is a necromancer and vampire. And I am still trying to find my groove with this character as well. I really want to lean into the vampire roleplay some more, but it's not working out for me when I actually try it in PvP. It's just um, not quite finding my happy spot with that. But I keep working on it, and you know, I stick to the way I play, which mostly RP characters and off-meta hybrid characters with no proc sets, for better or for worse. And hopefully, I don't know, maybe one day ZOS will actually balance the game out and these characters will be more viable. They're just not viable right now because the gap that's between proc sets and stat-based builds, there's quite a gap there. So I just keep waiting and hoping that things will eventually get more level. And I think that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Yeah, this is going on for almost 9 minutes, so I'm going to end the video here. Thank you all for watching and listening. I will talk to you later.